Hello there, Facebook friends. Sean Wheeler here. Hey, I'm hoping that I can get through this without being interrupted by puppies or kittens or my daughter or possibly my wife. So I'm going to try to get through this as quick as possible. Bear with me. Something I wanted to share with you. If you guys don't know, I'm not only a hypnotherapist, who does therapy with people. I also am now a trainer. So I train people to do this. Last year I did my first training. It went great. And I've got two people who are now working for me who I trained who are doing kick-ass work with their clients. And if you go to my site, you'll see they've got their own reviews. They're just like right out of the gate, I discovered that I can train people really well. So I had that successful training, and I've got another one that I'm starting next month in October. And I just got another person to sign up today for the training. And as I'm looking down the roster of the people who are coming in for this round, it's very impressive. I don't know if you would think like what kind of person would want to do hypnotherapy certification. Like who the hell does that, right? Well, I'm going to tell you who it is. I have the notes over here. I don't memorize everything, but as I'm looking down this list, it's incredibly impressive. I've got one person who is an anesthesiologist. I've got another person who is a registered nurse. I've got another person who is a former aeronautical engineer. Another person who's a straight up engineer, another person who's a retired special needs teacher, another student who is a retired corporate executive. Like, these are educated, intelligent, and successful people. And they've got one thing in common, which is that they're coming to do this training to learn to do something meaningful. And they have all openly said that to me in the consult when I talked to them before they signed up. It's like, it's not just about having a nice career or even having, a good income or doing something respectable or having a nice quality of life. They're coming to do this training because they want to learn how to do something that makes a difference in a powerful way. And whether they use that, to augment their current business and like what they're doing, or whether they're just like, tell with it, I'm done. I know, for example, the retired teacher and the corporate exec, they want to just do something that is impactful, that they can do, either one-on-one or in a group setting with the people that they care about. Once they retire from their 40, 50 hour a week jobs, they want to do something that can really make a difference. And that's what this is. So look, I don't know when I started this 20 years ago, I was, a laid off, sports journalist. I had never thought about hypnosis when I went to college or in my early 20s. It was never a thought that crossed my mind. Who the hell thinks of studying hypnotherapy? But I did it, and it's been incredibly powerful. I've done, for those of you who don't know, I've done this for 20 years. I've had over 15,000 sessions I performed. I've had like 3,500 clients. I've been on the radio, I've been on CNN, I've been on national television, and Nancy Grace back 10 or more years ago. It's like all this cool shit has happened. And I'm really excited to be able to teach really smart, like motivated people who want to learn how to do something that's very meaningful. And that's what this is. I can tell you that if you're wondering like what this is all about, like there is a tool that I teach people in this training that is like one of the most powerful tools that you can learn in communication, period, which is basically how to ask the right questions. And it comes from neuro-linguistic programming. And I've studied with one founder of NLP, Richard Bandler, for years now, learned directly from him. He's a genius. And his linguistic model that he and his buddy came up with back in the 70s is something that has allowed me to, from day one, 20 years ago, cure a phobia on my first try with someone who had a 30+ year phobia. It helped me to instantly get people results with no experience at all. And I'm not exaggerating by that. Like these are tools where, regardless of if you have any background, I have no formal psychology training or anything like that from university. I just read these books, was passionate, was driven, and just put everything to use. And that's what I'm telling my incoming students. Like, if you're passionate, because this is not going to like do it for you, the information is what it is, but it's like, it's powerful. Like if you take it and you do something with it and you're highly motivated and you're going to work your ass off, then yes, then you can do what I did, and you can do it even faster than I did it. because I've learned a lot of stuff over the years, just related to like marketing and getting the message out, as well as just continuing to get better for more experience and doing more trainings and things like that. I've learned so much that could like compress these 20 years into a much, much shorter period of time, which means that not only can you do something meaningful, but you can make a really good living doing this. You know, it won't do it for you. It's not like, you know, given to you, but the tools are given to you. And if you work hard and if you take what you've learned and you put it to use and you employ it, then absolutely no limits to what you can do. And that's what I've told Arno and Danny, who are my two expert apprentices who work with me, who see clients, who get good reviews, who are doing kick-ass work in my office in Buckhead. Like if you take it like they did and you take it like I did, then no limits. No limits. You can be awesome, you can be impactful, you can affect people's lives, and you can be a complete badass. And have something that at the end of the day, when you go home, that you feel a sense of accomplishment, you feel a sense of pride, you have purpose, because you're doing something that you can see actually makes a difference and gets results. And that's why I've got a waiting list. That's why I've always had a full schedule. It's because I do good work with people. They tell their friends about me. They come and see me, and it just keeps going on and on and on like that. So for those of you who've even thought about it for even a moment, you go, I could never freaking do that. Hypnotherapy, who the hell does that? If you actually think about it, and if you're interested in it, if you find it fascinating, talk to me about it. And if it's not this training, if it doesn't work for you, then there may be one in the future that does. But just know, this is the kind of thing that pretty much anyone who's intelligent can learn how to do if you're willing to study and learn, have an open mind, and give it 100%. So that's all I got to know. You know, aeronautical engineer, nurse, you know, someone who's worked in insurance, anesthesiologists, corporate executives, special needs teachers, like intelligent, educated people, I'm teaching this skill set to, and they can do anything with it that they decide to do with it. And it's completely up to them, just as it would be up to you. So I've managed to get through this without getting interrupted by an animal or a human. So I'm going to take it while I've got it, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.